Hello, and welcome. Let's talk about Superman. So, this Superman movie was the first movie of the new DC universe. So, there were so many expectations that we had from it. The pace of the movie was rather high. I talked to some people also, there were absolutely two opinions. The first group, including me, thought that the pace is very good. Yes, so much is happening, that's true. Yes, they introduced so many things like pocket universes, like cloning, like, I don't know, like the Justice Gang, and etc. But I think it was necessary, especially because it was the first movie of the whole series of movies. They needed to have a base of like information and knowledge, and if they would not like introduce all of this in the next movies, there were like small details were like trying to introduce all of these like basic informations, and the next movies would be very much boring. So I think it is good that they build up the stories, that after that for the next movies we have a good base, and then it just can get more and more interesting. And for me it was actually quite okay that it was fast. But there is a second group that they think that it was too much information, it was so much happening, you could not enjoy the moments, because the moments that you were trying to enjoy it, something new was happening and again, so they could not keep up with the pace. But honestly, as I said, in my opinion, that was totally necessary, because I mean, from the Marvel also we know that they already introduced so many things that in DC was not introduced, like a parallel universe and whatever. So I guess DC needed a push, and this was the push. The movie was about people doubting Superman's intention because Lex Luthor leaked a video from the parents of Superman that they said that you should rule over the people. So, but from the Superman side, it was not known, this video, because he just knew the half of it because of a glitch. So he just knew the part that the parents were saying we love you, and the love part he just knew. And the second part, which was a glitch, he never knew about it until Lex Luthor like illegally went into his house and tried to find dirt on him, and then that's how he like somehow solved the glitch, and then they realized, and then that what the parents actually completely said, and then they leaked it. So for Superman itself was also devastating, but the people started to doubt it. He started to start a propaganda also, of course, about the Lex Luthor, about the Superman. So it was about this. And when Lex Luthor went to his house to find some dirt about him, he got his dog. Okay, the dog was not for Superman, it's like a foster dog. The dog belongs to the cousin of the Superman, but they have a very interesting bond. So the dog is very much like not listening to him a lot, but it's like the nature of the dog, this dog, let's say. But the dog is also a super dog, not a normal dog. So he can also fly, he can do stuff. So Superman whistles and like he's coming and like he's helping him, or like he's dragging him home and these things. So they have a very interesting bond. So when Lex Luthor went to his house, he captured the dog. And Superman, when he realized that they got the dog, he surrendered himself to go and rescue the dog. So it was a very like nice emotional moment. And in between, you see that Lex Luthor made a clone of a Superman based on his DNA. That's why he could even enter to his place. And it is so interesting because it is like a game, like a video game, that he knew exactly, because he studied Superman a lot, he knew exactly what move Superman would do, and he would do the counter. And it was very like joyful, because you know when you know a video game and you played a lot, that you exactly know like how to win the game. So that was what happened by the Lex Luthor until almost the end, when Superman asked the super dog to bite the cameras that was like showing Lex Luthor the scene. So it was a very interesting thing for me as a person who loves video gaming also to see, yeah, this is also somehow like a video game. Now that we talked about fights, let's talk shortly about, I liked the movie. There is no doubt that for me it was very joyful, but there were some little details that I was wishing that they were like putting more in it. Like in the movie, like for example, laser eyes. Laser eyes is something that it belongs to Superman and this belongs to the act. But for example, in the first half of the movie, especially in the first fight that actually Superman lost, he didn't at least they didn't show that he's using his super eyes when they were fighting. I was just like, come on, you're losing, use your super eyes. But like, no, it didn't happen. So this was a pity, I would say, or I don't think at all he used his super hearing like abilities. But I'm okay with it that they didn't do that, but it would bring the movie even one level higher if they would a little bit also more focus on these aspects of the Superman. Let's move on to the casting. In my opinion, the casting was really good. For example, Lois Lane was portrayed by the actress who portrays the marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Also, if you haven't watched the series, go and watch it. I really love it. And she could really portray a good journalist who has like curiosity and like who knows the secrets, who has a fighter blood and like wants to help Superman at the same time keep the secret. So I really liked the way that she portrayed Lois Lane, or the Superman itself. He really portrayed a villaged guy who has superpower, who added a little bit of the humor to it. In this one, actually, I would say the Superman has more humor than the other Supermans, which I personally like. That's also one of the reasons that, for example, I really like Marvel, because like the Thor, for example, or Iron Man, because they have a little bit like a humor in their act. And like for me in this one, I really enjoyed the humor also, because I see that Superman has also a little bit of this humor. He's serious, so it was perfect. So the Superman, there is no doubt, he looks good, he's tall, he's charming, and at the same time he has superpower. He is like very a person who doesn't like brag about his power, you know what I mean? And for me, he really could, like the actor could really portray what he wanted to say, plus adding a little bit of the humor, plus adding a little bit of the doubts when he saw like doubt about everything, you know, you just question everything when he saw the video. At the same time, he was like showing power. I really loved the combination and the feeling was good. About the casting of the Justice Gang, Mr. Terrific was terrific, I would say. I really liked it and I enjoyed it a lot. I hope that they even make a movie just about him. So, okay, I have a science background and maybe I'm talking in a biased way, but for me, the way that he's dealing with the problems is very interesting. And the actor was also doing an amazing job in like giving you this feeling that how does he do that? How does he solve it? And I guess the combination was like the combination of the character, was amazing. So I really hope that they make the movie about it. About the Green Lantern, the Guy Gardner, he could like really portray the fun part of the Green Lantern, which is good, and I think he did it well. But in the long term, I don't know if I like him as a Guy Gardner or not. We will see in the next movies. For now, it was fine. In total, I would give like a 7.5 to this movie, because at least for me, it was very good start of a new DC universe. They can do better, but it could be worse. So compared to the last DC movies, at least that we saw, this is really coming so much higher in a level. It made me so hopeful, and that's why I would say it is really worth it to watch it. I would even rewatch it, and yeah, just like go to cinema, watch it, rewatch it, and then write in the comment what you think about it. Write me in the comment, do you belong to group A that you think that so many information was necessary, or you belong to group B that thinks there were too many information that could be reduced and be like a little bit like a slower pace movie. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, activate the bell, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao!